offering it to Hakkinen. And he swings and drives one into center field. On his way back is Stedman. This ball is playable. He gets under it, moves to his right, reaches up, and makes the catch. And on one pitch, there's one gone in the top of the second. And boy, does Cooper Hjerpe need that. 25 pitches already. We talked to Coach Brook Knight pregame. He said 50 pitches or 3 innings. That's it. And Hjerpe already with 25 here through 1 1/3. So an F8 for Hakkinen, and up comes the right-handed batter Heiser. The first pitch to him. Look out, low and in. Heiser shuffles his feet out of the way, and the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Grant Heiser has been a staple of this GreyWolves ball club. 1-0. Catches the corner, and the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Heiser batting .286. The 1-1. Downstairs. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. So Westland 1, GreyWolves none. Top 2 here at Bob Brock. Hjerpe's 2-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Payson Manning on deck. Grant Heiser with the all-red gloves. Taps the plate twice. And looks in towards the lefty Hjerpe. With the open stance, Heiser holds the bat on his right shoulder. The 2-2. And he swings and misses. Third strikeout of the ball game for Hjerpe. As up comes the righty Payson Manning. Manning rocking the all-white helmet and the stirrups. Manning hitting .174 in terms of on-base percentage. Still searching for his first hit in the summer of 2020. Opening offering. At the knees for a strike. And the count at 0-1. Manning, a lot of people are rooting for to get his first hit. 0-1. And he swings and misses. And he's in the hole, 0-2. 2 gone, bases empty, top 2. Cooper Hjerpe looking for a quick inning after giving up 24 pitches in the top of the first. Knights with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to the RBI from Chad Stevens. The 0-2. Look out, up and in. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Manning out of Lower Columbia College, went to Westview High School. He stands in. And the 1-2 his way. Strike 3 catches the outer part of the plate, and that does it. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Hjerpe. He gets 2 strikeouts, and nobody is aboard. To the bottom of the second we go. Knights 1, GreyWolves none.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the second here at Bob Brock. It's the Knights 1, the GreyWolves none. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Westland, and zeros across the board for the GreyWolves. Ridley Sinclair stands in to face Jake Lightgeb, the righty. Righty on righty, opening offering. And Lightgeb swings and slaps one into left field for a base hit. One pitch and a single for Jake Lightgeb, who takes a big turnaround first, but heads back to first base. And up comes the lefty Decker Stedman. Stedman in the lineup for the second straight ball game. He was 0 for 3 last night, hitting 182. The utility man trying to get the bat going. Lightgeb at first, nobody out, bottom 2, 1-0 Westland. Opening offering from Sinclair. And Stedman takes a strike, catches at the knees. Stedman rocking the green University of Oregon gloves, kid out of Springfield, Oregon. Went to Thurston High School, where he was named Oregon 5A Baseball Player of the Year his senior year. Runner on first, 0-1. And he swings and drills one down the left field line. This one rolling all the way into the corner. Long time to run for the night. Stopping at third is Lightgeb. It looked like he was going to turn. And instead there's runners at second and third. And nobody out. It looked like Jake Lightgeb was going to have plenty of time to come home, but I think Coach Knight at third, knowing the advantage he has over this GreyWolves team, taking his time. So in stands the right-hander Jake Washburn. Open stance for Washburn. The regular pitcher getting his first at-bat here against the GreyWolves. Opening offering. Low and in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Washburn did not hit at Oregon State his freshman year, but as a senior in high school, he hit .505 in 93 at-bats. 1-0 to him, and he swings and pops one up down the left field line and out of play. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom 2 here at Bombrock. A single by Lightgeb. He stands at third after the double by Stedman. Nobody out and 2 aboard. The Knights are ready with a 1-0 lead over the GreyWolves. Washburn looks on. Holds the bat above his head. Sinclair's 1-1. Low and away. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Washburn is a senior on the mound, was 12-0 with a .11 ERA. He was named Gatorade Player of the Year for baseball in Wisconsin after his junior year. Not even a senior. 2-1. Low and away again. In the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Washburn that junior year went 9-1, posting a .88 ERA. Struck out 98 batters in 47 2/3 of an inning. Ridiculous stuff. 2 aboard in scoring position. Nobody out. 1-0 Westland, the 3-1. Low and away. Gets by Lovings. On his way home is Jake Lightgeb. And he steps without a slide. And there's the second run of the ball game. So the pass ball on ball 4 brings Jake Lightgeb home. Over to third goes Decker Stedman. Heads up running from him. And Washburn trots down to first. Runners at the corners. Nobody out still. In this bottom of the second, 2-0 Westland. As up comes the right-handed batter, Ben Lee. Lead hitting .071. He's 1 for 14. Played at Crescent Valley High School. The right-hander stands in. Sinclair looks over his left shoulder and deals home. Look out. Almost clips the lead at his head. And the count at 1-0. Lead out of Oregon State. Was a 2-time Class 5A All-State champion at Crescent Valley. Played for the South team in the 2019 Oregon All-Star Series. Runners at the corners. Nobody gone. 2-0 Knights. 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Inning started with a Lightgeb single. Stedman doubled to put 2 in scoring position. Washburn walked with the ball and got away from Lovings, and Lightgeb came home. Stedman went to third. 2 on, nobody gone. The wind has died down. The flag is quiet in center field on this Saturday matinee matchup. 1-1. Catch misses upstairs. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. The Knights with a run differential of 64 in 9 games. Not bad. 2-1 on his way from Sinclair. Strike catches the corner at the knees. And the count at 2-2. If you do the math, the Knights are winning by an average of 7 runs a game. If you're wondering why that took me so long to get to, is because I don't do math. 2 aboard, nobody out. 2-0 Westland. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3 catches the corner. And there's 1 gone. As up comes the leadoff man, Jake Holcroft. Holcroft on the first pitch he saw and grounded out to Trace Hockinen down the right field line. Stedman at third, Washburn at first. Knights with already a run in. They lead 2-0 over the GreyWolves. Lefty Holcroft looks towards Sinclair, opening offering. Ball low and in, good block by Lovings. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes. So 2 hits and a walk in the inning, but a big strikeout from Sinclair. Now the double play, ball in play. And an opportunity for Riley to get out of the inning if he gets a ground ball with only 1 run of damage. It's Antonsen at short and Jock at second. They would have to turn it. 1-1 on its way to Holcroft. Runner goes. Ball is up and away. Loving's no throw. The count at 2 balls and no strikes. So a stolen base for Washburn. Second stolen base here in the second inning for the Westland Knights. 2 in scoring position. 1 gone. No more double play. Sinclair's got to get Holcroft out with a sacrifice fly in play. 2-0. Inside. Almost clips Holcroft. The count at 3 balls and no strikes. We mentioned earlier how dominant Holcroft had been. He's first in league at slugging at .765, first in RBIs with 14, and second in average at .412. It's been the Jake Holcroft League here in the summer of 2020. 3-0 to him. Up and away, and there's a walk. So Holcroft jogs down 90 feet to first. The bases are loaded, and it's Andy Armstrong, the right-handed batter. Andy will be hopefully joining us in the top of the third for our on-field interview. Thank Andy for doing that. The senior out of Oregon State. Armstrong taps the plate twice. Taps his helmet 2 times and looks towards Sinclair. Sinclair's opening offering. In there for a strike. And the count at 0-1. 2-0. Westland leaves the GreyWolves. 1 gone, and the bases are loaded. Stedman at third, Washburn at second, Holcroft at first. Riley Sinclair in a jam. Can he get out of it? 0-1. Up and in. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind picks up a little bit. The flag starts to blow in center. Not a cloud in the sky here on our first day of August. Baseball still continues in Aurora, Oregon. Sinclair exhales, looks towards second, and deals a 1-1. Swinging a 2-hopper towards Brooke Knight, who can't get to it. Brooke Knight and his team didn't take BP this morning, but they did play some football. Brooke was throwing to his guys as the QB. They were running routes against one another. So Bradley Knight make a couple of nice plays, deflecting some passes from his dad as a DB. Bases are loaded. Stedman at third, Washburn at second, Holcroft at first. 1-2 count to Armstrong, the pitch. And he swings and drives one into the gap into left center field, and they can run for a while. Stedman comes in to score. Washburn comes in to score. Behind him is Holcroft. He scores, and it's a 3 RBI double for Andy Armstrong. The bases are cleared. It's 5-0 Westland. So in stands the guy who's making the nice defensive plays, Bradley Knight, coach's son. Lefty Knight looks in, runner at second, still only one out. Here in the bottom of the second. Opening offering to Knight, low and away. The count at 1 ball and no strikes from Sinclair. So a 3 RBI double for Andy Armstrong, who has now got 11 RBIs. He passes his teammate Chad Stevens for second in the WWWL 1-0. Gets away from Lovings on the outside. On his way to third is Armstrong on the wild pitch. And Bradley Knight with an opportunity to pick up a sacrifice fly here with 1 out and a runner 90 feet away. Knight's put up 7 runs on Sinclair in his last outing, but that was in 3 2/3. We're through 1 1/3, and the Knights have 5 runs on the board. Armstrong at third. 5-0 Westland, 2-0. Swing and a miss, and the count at 2-1. Don't see that much from Bradley Knight. He has struck out 2 times this summer. Runner at third. Bottom 2. 4 runs already in for the Knights. 1 gone as Bradley Knight looks on. Open stance. 2-1. Misses up and outside. Count it 3 balls and 1 strike. It's not a good day to be a pitcher when you're pitching at 2:30. Here at Bob Rock in the summer, the wind is strong and it is hot. Runner 90 feet away. Bradley Knight looking to pick up an RBI. 3-1 to him. And he checks his swing and does not hold up. The count is full at 3-2. Chad Stevens awaits his turn on deck. He doubled. Stevens would be the 8th batter of the inning. Bradley Knight waves the bat. Belt high, now sets. Sinclair's 3-2 with a runner at third. And Knight swings and rolls one down the right field line. That bounces foul. Just clips off the edge of the grass and the dirt down the line. And it takes a Knight's hop. And Bradley Knight restraps his gloves. And we'll see another 3-2 pitch. Inning started with a Light Gibbs single, a Stedman double. Washburn walked, Leeds struck out. Holcroft walked, and Armstrong hit a 3 RBI double into the gap into left center. 3-2, 1 gone. Runner at third, payoff pitch to Bradley Knight. Low and away, and it skips away from Lovings. Nobody covering home. An easy score for Andy Armstrong. Bradley Knight jogs down to first on the wild pitch. And it's 6-0 Westland in the bottom of the second. So Bradley Knight with 11 hits and now 12 walks this summer. And up comes the right-handed batter, Chad Stevens, who picked up an RBI double to score the first run of the ball game. The Knights put up 1 in the first. They have 5, and we're still rolling here in the bottom of the second. 6-0. They lead the GreyWolves. Sinclair. There goes Bradley Knight. His pitch is low and in. Lovings doesn't even throw. And Bradley Knight has his 10th stolen base in 10 games. Bradley had 4 stolen bases yesterday in a ball game. He stole 360 feet. There's my math. And he goes again. And Chad Stevens swings and drives one into the gap into left center field. This ball going back towards the scoreboard. And it's gone. Chad Stevens with a 2-run home run on a tape measure shot to left center. And it's a 8-0 Knights lead. Everybody who has come up in this inning has scored except Ben Lead, who struck out looking. He's the only out. That was an absolute moonshot here on this Saturday afternoon. So in stands the 9th batter of the inning. It's James Anderson, the righty, with the bases vacant. Opening offering to Anderson. And he swings and pops one up. Shortstop, Antonsen comes in. On the dirt, he moves 2 steps to his right and spears it out of the air, and there's 2 gone. So Sinclair gets his second out. And up comes Jake Lightgeb. Lightgeb up for the second time in the inning. Opening offering to the righty. Up and in. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Gary, is that 8 hits for them or 6? 8 runs, 6 hits for the Knights, thanks to Gary Walker. There's a swing and a miss. The count of 1-0 for getting us our statistics during the game. 7 runs in the bottom of the second. There's a Knights team that earlier this week scored 17 runs to set the record, and then the next game put up 18 runs. Some have said they will get a 20 ball this summer. And with 8 runs through 1 2/3, it's not unfeasible. The 1-1. Swinging a shot right back at Sinclair, and he's able to snag it for the final out of the inning. 10 batters, 7 runs. The Knights take an 8-0 lead as we head to the third here on our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventus Health. We're live here with Andy Armstrong, the second baseman of the Knights. 8-0, the Knights lead. Andy, you had a nice double. It got you 3 RBIs. What'd you see there?
Finally started being a little aggressive, swung out a ball out of the zone, so I guess you just got to hit your way out of the funk sometimes. I think that's pretty much what happened.
How's it been hitting in this 2 spot now that Coach Knight has put in you?
It's been good, I don't know. Gives me a chance to get maybe a few more ABs every game, being up in the order. I'm happy with it as long as I'm in the lineup, so I don't got much else to say about that.
How has it been being in this lineup with a lot of your teammates, a lot of University of Portland guys here on this Knights squad? How's that been this summer?
It's been awesome, obviously, like you said, I got a few Oregon State Bs on the team, and also I'm making some new friendships here with a lot of the Portland guys, Chad Stevens, a great guy. Play up the middle with him a lot. So, that's one of the great things about playing the summer ball is because you get to make a lot of new friends, play with some new guys from all over the place, and it's really fun.
Had you played with the Corvallis Knights team before, or is this your first time playing for Brook Knight?
This is my first time playing for Coach Knight. Obviously I've known all about him, because Corvallis Knights are a pretty big name in the West Coast League, and always wanted to play for him.
Swinging a pop-up to center.
What was I talking about?
playing for Brook Knight.
I always wanted a chance to play for him, never worked out. I played in college for 2 summers, and I went back to Northwoods for a couple other summers, so never got a chance to play in Corvallis other night, but glad to be able to do it now.
So I saw you guys running some routes pregame. Did you moss anybody?
I don't know if I mossed anyone. Coach Knight throws a hell of a dime, so he's got a good arm. I ran a few routes out there. It's kind of a different way to get loose. Pretty fun. So it's been a while since I've had my hands on a football. So
Does that something Coach Knight plans, or is that something you guys kind of just show up and it just happens?
Yeah, I think we just showed up and started doing it. And, but actually, back when I used to play against the Knights, I saw playing touch football out there in the outfield all the time. Just a fun way to get some exercise, get loose. Change it up a little bit. Use your athleticism.
Now, quick question for you, Andy. This one's one we've been asking all our players. If you're in a escape room and you got to pick 3 teammates, who are you choosing?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of who the smartest guys on the team are. I know I'm not going to help out much. I don't know. Jack Washburn is doing something with chemistry or something at Oregon State. I might choose him. I think he's a pretty smart cat.
Don't sell yourself short, though. You're Pac-12 All-Academic second team your junior year.
That's true. I just know how to do the system. I just know how to. I know how to get those assignments in on time with good grades. I'm not the best test taker, but I do what I can.
There you go. So Washburn's 1.
Washburn, and then I don't know. Chad Stevens is pretty smart.
All right, so you got Washburn, Stevens. Who you rounding it out with?
Man, I have no idea. Who? I don't know. Let's go with Cooper. Cooper looks smart.
Let's try that. Who would you definitely not pick to have on your team?
Who would I definitely not pick? Probably UO kid.
There you go. 2 rounds, base is empty, and is Sage Keep. Now, your dad is a UO guy, though. Is that correct?
Yeah, he is. He played baseball back there in the 60s. So, that's kind of cool. I ended up going to Oregon State. He went to Oregon. Grew up a Duck fan because of it,
Mm-hmm.
So, always liked the Beavers, though. It was one of those things where if the Ducks were playing the Beavers, I'd root for the Ducks. But Beavers were playing anyone else, I'd root for the Beavs, root for the state of Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I was kind of both ways when I was younger.
Would you say when you decided to commit to Oregon State, did your dad become a full-fledged Oregon State fan, or does he still hold on to his love for Oregon?
Deep down, he still loves Oregon. That's where he went, of course. And but he was super happy when I went to Oregon State. He all along he was kind of urging me to go to Oregon State just because he knew the type of culture there and stuff like that. And knew they had a fantastic program long before I even caught on to that. So he I'd say he's a full-fledged Beaver fan now. So easy way.
Sage Keep reaches on the air, and up comes Baxter Halligan. So you guys have been dominant throughout this summer here in the Wild Wild West League. When you heard about this league, what were your first thoughts? And then coming out to this field at Bob Brock, how has it been this summer?
It's been awesome. Right when I found out that this was a potential opportunity, I was excited to just get back on the field and get to play baseball again. It was, I don't know how many months it was, 3 or 4 months without any competition. So definitely fun to get out here. I played ball back here at North Marion and Legion ball during high school, and back then it obviously was just as nice as it is now. So I was excited to get back out here. Great facilities, great playing service, obviously. So it's been awesome. Nope. God. Nothing. Here you go. So yeah, I just done nothing but enjoy it out here and get some at bats, play a little ball. So.
You had some time off from baseball. I know you probably were in the cages a lot. Is there any little hobbies you picked up during that quarantine time?
I wouldn't say I picked up any new hobbies, but I've been playing a little more golf lately that I've, not been able to do in the past, so I started to enjoy that. I got out with my mom a few times, she's also a really big golfer and get out there. Every day it's kind of fun, I'm not the best golfer in the world, but every time I go out there I just get a little better, so.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Any chance we could see the swing?
Of course. I just need a club and a ball, that's all.
Well, can you pretend for us in between pitches? Can we get one of those?
Yeah, I got you.
Here's a 1-1 to Halligan.
You actually want me to do it?
Yeah. If the camera's to your left, so let's see it.
Right here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So you and your mom, who wins? Because your mom was an athlete too, right? So
I don't know if that's a fair. Yeah. I mean, she's a good golfer, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a fair question, you know.
Yeah.
I think you know, both of our putting, I would say, is about equal, but I hit it a little farther than her. So, but you know, she I think the other day she shot 82. So she's a very good golfer. Like, you know, she plays way more than I do. So.
Gotta be fine. Here's a 2-2.
I'm sure she'd beat me more if we played more often.
Do you get to golf with any of the Oregon State guys?
I have a few times, not during this summer, so not much. But every now and then we'll get out there, you know, once or twice a year back when we're at school and stuff like that. So, you know, we can go out to Tristan Tree or whatever. We're lucky we get to go to Corvallis Country Club. So, you know, we get out there a few times.
3-2 on its way to Halligan. And the inning continues. So you guys put up 7 in the bottom of the second. There's been talk among the interns that there's possibilities this Knights team could put up a 20 ball. You guys, what do you think your chances are? I don't know about this game, but in the future, this summer, we going to see one maybe?
Maybe, you know. I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. You know, we just got to keep swinging the bats, you know, and producing some runs. So we'll see what happens, you know. We're off to a good start now. But like I said, just got to, you know, not try to do too much and just get our good swings off and see what happens.
We'll go back to the pandemic. I know you can't join the huddle here, but when did you learn when the season was called off when you were with Oregon State? What was the moment?
I don't remember the exact moment we got called off. I think it was like 24 hours after we got off the plane. We were about to head down to Arizona and play a series there, and we got called off the plane. I had a practice later that day, and I think it was the next day we learned that the season was called. I'm pretty sure. You know, that was kind of a tough time back then. You know, we didn't know what to do. It was the first time a lot of us, you know, had so much free time on our hands. It's kind of difficult to find, you know, things to do to fill our time up, and obviously we couldn't work out in the Oregon State facilities, you know, because of all of it, and so we had to start getting creative and putting some, you know, weights equipment in some garages and stuff like that, and building batting cages and doing that sort of thing. So, you know, I don't know. Looking back on it, it was a fun time, you know, just different experiences, you know, getting closer with the guys and stuff like that. So
that's good. And then another quirky one for you. We had a conversation up here in the booth about, you know, your top 3 ballpark snacks. Bleacher Report came out with a list. Theirs was hot dogs. It was the top 3 ballpark snacks from Bleacher Report. They had hot dogs, beer, and peanuts on the list. If we had to get a Andy Armstrong top 3, go-to ballpark snacks.
Go-to ballpark snack. I mean, you gotta have hot dog in there, you know.
Yeah.
All American food right there. You gotta have a hot dog. I'd go with then peanuts.
Okay.
I don't know. And then Cracker Jacks, I guess. You know.
Okay.
Big 3, I'd say, most popular.
So a little controversy. You leaving seeds out of your top 3?
I'd say more seeds with as a player, you know.
Okay. Do you have a go-to brand?
No, you got a good point though.
Yeah.
Seeds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, now I think about it, I'd substitute seeds in for Cracker Jacks.
Okay.
Easy way. Just get the out.
So 2 Johns, runners of the corners. Isaac Loving stands in. Talk about your experience with the national title team when you guys won it all. I mean, I know you guys were really gearing up for 2020. you be back for 2021. How does this future team compare with that team when you're able to go all the way?
It's hard to tell right now. Obviously I haven't been around the new guys coming in that much yet. I'm excited to see what we're going to be looking like. But I think we've got the right guys leading the way now. Mitch Canham and guys that have done it before as players there.
Is that
so
a freshman?
They know what it takes to get there, and I have full confidence in them getting us back there, and just about believing and putting in the time and where'd I go?
Bradley Knight to first, and that does it. Well, thanks for joining us, Andy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For having me. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Oh, and all right. So in stands the left-handed batter Decker Stedman as we get going in the bottom of the third. 8-0 Knights lead. New pitcher is Rayburn, and Stedman looks at a ball downstairs. Thanks again to Andy Armstrong for joining us. It was a pleasure to have him mic'd up over there at second base. 1-0 on its way. Strike catches the outside part of the plate. And the count at 1-1. 7-8-9, Stedman, Washburn, and lead. You're in the third inning. Kid out of Oregon holds the bat on the left side. 1-1. And it gets him on the right foot. So Rayburn's first batter he hits. And there's a runner aboard as up comes Jack Washburn. Washburn gets the signs from Brooke Knight down the third base line. Washburn walked, stole a base, came around to score back in the 7-run second inning. Brian Rayburn sets his opening offering and a swing and a miss from the right-hander. Stedman over at first base. 0-1. Ball outside. And the count of 1-1 check swing. Washburn able to hold that up. And Rayburn set to the belt, the 1-1. Swinging a drive into left center field. This one rolls towards the gap, moving to his left and cutting it off as Heiser. On his way to third is Stedman. He's in there standing. And it's a single for Jack Washburn. He's 1 for 1. After a walk and a hit, and up comes Ben Lead. Lead was one of 2 batters in that second inning to not score for the Knights. James Anderson popped out to short on the first pitch he saw. So Lead, the righty, stands in, runners in the corners, nobody out, and the Knights pick up right where they left off in the second, opening offering. Strike catches the corner at the knees, and the count at 0-1. 1 run in the bottom of the first, 7 in the bottom of the second for the Westland Knights. Rayburn looks on, and the 0-1. And he swings and pops one up down the right field line. Hakkinen moving over, trying to find it. And it lands in the hands of Rory Neuenhaus, our director, and he drops it. Come on, Rory. Right there. Hit both his hands. He had a good look at it. The ball was coming in. And could not hang on. So runners at the corners, an 0-2 count to Lead. Rayburn sets, and the pitch. Swinging a tapper foul back to the screen. Everybody stays where they are. They counted no balls at 2 strikes. See if Washburn runs over there at first base. Washburn again, usually a pitcher. Got his first single of the summer, his last at bat. 2 on, they're at the corners. Nobody out, bottom 3, the pitch. Swinging a slow roller, left side, backhanded by Antonsen. He gets to his feet, across his body to first, but the throw is wide. A infield hustle single for Ben Lead. Stedman comes in to score. It's an RBI for the hitter in the 9th hole. Washburn to second, and there's 2 on with nobody out here in the 3rd for Jake Holcroft. Holcroft, the lefty, stands on. Walked his last time up. Opening offering. Up and away. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes. So a run in here in the 3rd. 9-0 Westland. We talked to Armstrong about possibly a 20 ball. 1-0. Up and outside. And the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Washburn at second, Lead at first. 2-0. Low and in. The count 3 balls and no strikes to the lefty. Holcroft still looking for his first knock. He grounded out the first and came around to score in the 2nd. Washburn at second, Lead at first. And Holcroft takes a strike. And the count at 3 balls and 1 strike. The Knights have been dominant against the Gherkins and the GreyWolves, and they continue that dominance here this afternoon. 3-1 home. Swinging a slicing fly ball down the left field line into the GreyWolves dugout. And a good snag over there. One of the guys was able to get to it. Austin Brown made the catch. Reached the glove out. So 3-2. Washburn leads at second, Lead with a big lead at first. Payoff pitch. Holcroft fouls one right back at us. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thank Randy Brock for putting the netting up towards the press box. That was coming right in my head. Washburn at second, Lead at first. Nobody out, 9-0. Westland leaves the GreyWolves, 3-2. Swinging a rocket up the middle, diving to his left, and it goes underneath his glove. Jacques can't get to it. On his way to third is Lead. He's a head-first slide safely in. A double for Holcroft and an RBI as Washburn scores. It is at 10-0 Westland. Inning goes a hit by pitch, a single, and a single. As up comes Andy Armstrong, who is singled and doubled. Armstrong, our interview. great to have him on. Rocking the Oregon State cleats. Opening offering. Look out. Up and in. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes. And he said he's starting to be aggressive in the plate. Trying to clean. Has an opportunity for another big hit. He swings and breaks his bat on a slow roller towards second. Scooped up by Jacques, who goes to first. Armstrong shatters his bat as the barrel flies back towards Brian Rayburn. The first bat we've seen shatter so cleanly. So a ground out, but an RBI. As lead comes in to score. Holcroft goes to third. And up comes Bradley Knight, who is struck out and walked. 3 runs here in the bottom of the third. 11-0 Westland leads. Bryant Rayburn's pitch. Low and away. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Bradley Knight, then Chad Stevens. Stevens on deck has doubled and hit a home run. 1-0 to Knight. And he swings and pops one up down the left field line and back out of play. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom 3 here at Bob Brock. We're just over an hour in. The Knights with a 11-0 lead. 1 gone and a runner at third here in Aurora, Oregon. Brian Rayburn out of the pen for Riley Sinclair. Looks on. And is 1-1. And Knight lays off a ball low and outside. And the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Holcroft, who picked up an RBI single, leads at third. 2-1. And he taps one back to the screen. And the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to the lefty Knight. Runner at third, 11-0 Knights. And it misses outside. Count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second full count to Bradley. He took a walk the last time he had a full count. Holds the bat on the left shoulder. Holcroft with a lead at third. Payoff pitch. And Bradley Knight swings and drives one into center. Backpedaling is Manning. He gets under it, reaches up, makes the catch. Tagging is Jake Holcroft. It's a sacrifice fly for Bradley Knight, and it's 12-0 here in the bottom of the third. So in stands the right-handed batter, Chad Stevens, who's got 2 extra base hits, a double and a home run, and 3 ribbies. Stevens playing shortstop today. Him and Armstrong usually flip-flop between short and second. First pitch, and he chops one towards Antonsen at short. Takes it on the second hop, throws to first from deep in the dirt in plenty of time. 3 hits, 4 runs. It's 12-0. The Knights lead the GreyWolves here on our Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventus Health. So to the top of the fourth we go. 3 innings through. It's 12-0 Westland. Dominic Inbody, the left-handed batter, looks on. He's struck out swinging to end the first, his last time up. GreyWolves looking for some sort of offense, opening offering. A strike at the knees. In the count, 0-1. GreyWolves' only base runners have come on a couple of walks and an error. 0-1. Strike catches the outside corner. In the count at 0-2. Top 4 here at Bob Brock. The wind is quiet, and so are the bats of the GreyWolves. 0-2. Downstairs. In the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nathaniel Brezer Mendoza on the mound. In 4 2/3 innings, he's got a win, and he's given up 1 run. As he deals a ball up and away, and the count levels out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, after this 4th inning, we'll have trivia, and we missed it yesterday. But it's back. No need to worry. Nobody out, nobody on. 2-2. Swinging a shot down the right field line toward Alan Miller. Rory Neuenhouse nowhere in sight to make a catch there. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Enbody, Hakkinen, Heiser. Here in the 4th for this GreyWolves team. Trails 12-0 to the Westland Knights. 2-2. Swinging a drive into right center field. This ball going back towards the wall. Reaching out and unable to get there is Stedman. On his way to second, Enbody jogs in. The first hit of the ball game is a double to right center for the Gresham GreyWolves, and a runner in scoring position as up comes Trace Hakkinen. Hakkinen, the righty from Montana State Billings. Went to Mount Hood Community College, where he holds a record over there in Mount Hood. Runner at second, nobody out. First pitch from Mendoza. Look out. And that got him. So Hakkinen jogs down to first after he was hit. Hakkinen holds the 2nd highest career batting average at Mount Hood with a .393 clip. So the right-hander Heiser stands in with 2 on and nobody out. Opportunity for the GreyWolves, down 12-0 here in the top of the 4th. Opening offering. And he taps one foul. Counted 0-1. Two on, nobody gone. Mendoza trying to work out of the jam. He looks towards second. Looks home, looks back at second. And the pitch. Low and away. Count 1 ball and 1 strike to Heiser. Heiser hitting .259. He's 7 for 27. He's got 5 RBIs. Opportunity for some more here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 his way. Catches the outer edge. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Wind has picked up here at Bob Brock. It's blowing strong out to straightaway center. Or towards the 377 mark. Double by Enbody. He's at second. Hakkinen was hit by a pitch. He's at first. A lot of work for the GreyWolves, down 12-0, but an opportunity to shave the lead here. Nobody gone. 2 on. And the 1-2. Check swing. And Heiser holds up. Count level, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So joining us here on the Wild Wild West League stream on this Saturday matinee matchup between the Gresham GreyWolves and the Westland Knights. It's been all night so far. 2-2. Up and in. Bounces off the glove of Lead. But no trouble for him to get back to it. And the count runs full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Manning on deck, who struck out swinging his last time up. Enbody at second, Hakkinen at first. Top 4, GreyWolves are going to break the goose egg. 3-2. In there for a strike. See ya. Grant Heiser is gone looking. Second time he is struck out. First strikeout for Mendoza. And up comes the right-hander, Payson Manning. Manning has taken 2 walks, still looking for that first hit. He's been hit by a pitch twice and scored 3 runs. Mendoza sets with a double play ball in play to try to end the inning, opening offering. Misses way outside, lead can't get to it. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And there's 2 runners in scoring position thanks to the wild pitch by Brezzer Mendoza. It's hot. That hand of Mendoza must be awfully sweaty. You wonder if that affects how he grips the baseball and his control. Top 4 here at Bob Brock. Westland 12, GreyWolves none. 1-0 to Payson Manning. Mendoza deals. And Manning swings and ropes one down the left field line that hooks just foul. Randy Brock has moved into the shadows behind the fence. Trying to stay cool. Our great host here at Bob Brock Stadium, Randy is. We'll have his other son, Ty, on later. In the second game, 1-1. Swing and a miss. And he counted a ball and 2 strikes. To aboard and the pitch. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away for a second. Manning sprints over to first. The throw is just in time to beat him. A good throw by Ben Lead. And there's 2 gone with 2 in scoring position as up comes Tanner Jacques. So Manning strikeouts for the second time, and then stands the righty Jacques with 2 on and 2 out. Opening offering outside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. GreyWolves started the inning with a double by Enbody. Hakkinen then was hit by a pitch. There was 2 on and nobody out. They both moved up 90 feet on a wild pitch, but Heiser and Manning have struck out in back-to-back at-bats. 1-0. Upstairs for a ball. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. So the no-hitter is off, but the shutout is still on for Westland. And Nathaniel Brezzer Mendoza trying to keep it that way. Right-hander Jacques stands in the 2-0-2. Way outside. And the count at 3 balls and no strikes. First base is open. Trevor Antonsen is on deck. He walked and struck out so far today. 12-0. Westland leads the GreyWolves. Top 4 here at Bob Brock. 3-0. Low and away again. In the dirt. Good block by Lead. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Tanner Jacques. As up comes Trevor Antonsen with the bases loaded. It's quite the mountain, down 12-0, but the bases are loaded and an opportunity for the GreyWolves to slice into the lead. Enbody at third, Hakkinen at second, Jacques at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count 0-1. The ball was way low and outside. I think Antonsen was thinking something else. And he guessed wrong. No vacancy on the base paths. 12-0 Westland. Gresham trying to break the icebreaker. 0-1. Low and away. And the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mendoza set to the bases full. Looking for the final out of the top of the 4th. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And he's a strike away. Counted a ball and 2 strikes. And Tonson steps in. Right-handed batter rocking the stirrups with the pants pulled high. Holds the bat on his right shoulder. 1-2. Inside. Almost clipped him. And the count levels out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Body at third, Hakkinen at second, Jacques at first. Mendoza on the mound, and the 2-2. Swing and a miss, see ya. Nathaniel Brezer Mendoza strikes out the side, and the GreyWolves leave the bases loaded. 3 left aboard, no runs come in. 12-0 Knights, midway through 4 here at Bob Brock on our Wild Wild Wesley Extreme, brought to you by Adventus Health.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So in stands James Anderson, the righty, to open things up in the bottom of the 4th, and he swings and misses. And the count 0-1. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock. The Knights 12, the GreyWolves 0. Brian Rayburn still on the mound, dealing to Anderson, the 0-1. Low and away. Count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 run in the first, 7 in the second, 4 in the third. The Knights all over the GreyWolves. 1-1. Strike catches the outer corner. And the count at a ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Anderson, Leitgeb, and Stedman. Anderson, the only Knight who hasn't scored. He looks at a ball low and in, count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holcroft has scored twice, so has Armstrong. Stedman and Washburn have scored twice. Lead, Leitgeb, and Stevens have all scored once. The 2-2 misses low and outside. The count for full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to James Anderson. Anderson, 5th in the league in RBIs. Payoff pitch, upstairs, and a leadoff walk to the right-handed batter. As a runner aboard here in the 4th, as up comes the righty Jake Leitgeb. Leitgeb singled and scored in the 2nd. As he stands in with 1 aboard and nobody out. Rayburn's opening offering, and Leitgeb hacks one down the right field line for a popsicle. Counted 0-1. Oh, Brooks Knights are dominant here at Bob Brock. It's been their favorite place to play. 8-1 and up 12-0. Here's their 10th game. The 0-1. Swinging a foul down the right field line. And they counted no balls and 2 strikes. Anderson with the walk leads at first. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And the first out of the bottom of the fourth is a swinging strikeout to Jake Lightcap. As up comes Decker Stedman, the lefty batter. Opening offering in the dirt, good block by Lovings. Stedman doubled and scored in the second. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Here we are in the bottom of the fourth. 12-0. Rayburn sets. And the 1-0. And a swing and a shot into left field for a base hit. Stedman slaps one the other way for a knock. Stopping at second is Anderson. There's 2 aboard. 10 hits on the ball game for the Knights. And with 1 out, up comes the right-hander, Jack Washburn. Washburn has also scored twice. He's walked and singled. Right-handed batter stands in. He got his first hit of the summer in his last at-bat in his first game as a hitter. First pitch to him. And a balk as Anderson on his way to third. And Stedman to second. So both runners move up 90 feet into scoring position. And Washburn with an opportunity to pick up some RBIs. Bottom 4, 12-0 Knights. Opening offering again. And a swing and a high fly ball into right center field. Moving over is Manning, looking to get under it. He reaches up and he drops it. Anderson comes in to score. Stopping at third is Stedman. And a E8 has Washburn at second with 1 gone. Good by Brooke Knight to keep Decker Stedman over there at third base. And in comes the right-handed batter, Ben Lead. 13-0, a baker's dozen. Knights lead. Lead singled and scored, had picked up an RBI. And he swings and chops one down the right field line, foul. So a run in every inning. The trend continues for the guys in pinstripes. Washburn at second, Stedman at third, Lead at the plate. And he swings and fouls the 0-1 back to the screen, and he's in the hole 0-2. In high school, Lead was a 2-time Mid-Willamette Conference All-Star with the Raiders. Brian Rayburn sets head high, 2 aboard, 1 gone, 0-2. Swinging a shot right back up the middle and off the leg of Rayburn. Scooped up by the third baseman, Keep, who has no play. And it's been that kind of ball game for the Gresham GreyWolves. Another run comes in, making it 14-0 on the single by Lead. And now the umpire is going to check on Brian Rayburn along with Coach Hopp. Stedman crossed home. Washburn went to third, and Lead now at first. We'll take a quick break and come right back. 14-0. The lead for the GreyWolves here at Bob Brook. So in stands the lefty Jake Holcroft. Runners to the corners, 1 out, and Holcroft looks at a first pitch ball. Low and in. Brian Rayburn seems alright as he continues to pitch. Washburn at third, lead at first. They're 1-0. Downstairs. And the count at 2 balls and no strikes. 2 more runs for West Linn here in the bottom of the 4th. They're up 14-0. Brian Rayburn's 2-0. Way outside. He doesn't look alright. And there's action in the bullpen of the GreyWolves. 3-0 to Holcroft. Inside. And a walk loads the bases. Jake Holcroft takes his second walk of the game. As up comes the right-hander Andy Armstrong. A great third inning interview. Appreciate it, of course, Andy. It was great to have you on. Armstrong looks in. He's got a single and a double today. Pitch to him. Strike in there. Counted 0-1. Rayburn on the mound. The bases are loaded. 2 runs already in for the team from West Linn. Trying to add some more. And the 0-1. Almost gets him. Counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Armstrong hit .321 in the shortened 2020 season. 10 runs scored and 4 doubles. And the 1-1 catches the top part of the strike zone, and the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Washburn at third, lead at second, Holcroft at first. Brian Rayburn looking for a ground ball. The Knights with a 14-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2. Skips in. Good block by Loving using the chest protector. And the count levels out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. After this 4th inning, we'll have trivia for you. Bases loaded. 1 gone, 2-2. And Armstrong swings and pops one up towards second. Jock comes in and makes the grab. And there's 2 gone. As up comes Bradley Knight. Bradley Knight is walked to the sacrifice fly. Struck out. Still looking for his first hit of the game. Bottom 4, it's his 4th at-bat. Bases are loaded. 14-0 the Knights lead. Brian Rayburn deals home. And the lefty looks at a strike that catches the outer edge. Carlo Jimenez on hand with you here at Bob Brown. Wind is picked up. Flag is flown. It's been off and on here in Aurora, Oregon. Rayburn's 0-1. And Briley swings and misses. In the count, 0-2. To the coach's son, Bradley Knight. At third leads Washburn. At second is lead. At first is Holcroft. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock. Knights dominating. 0-2. Downstairs. And they counted 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bradley Knight struck out earlier in the ball game, something he has only done 3 times this year. 1-2 to him. No vacancy on the base pass. Knights trying to add some more. The pitch. And it's way up and outside. Nobody running. It looked like Rayburn slipped on the mound. And the count levels out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom 4 here at Bob Brock. Rayburn looks on. 2-2 with 2 outs. And it's in the dirt again. Lovings with a block, and the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bradley Knight, the 8th batter of this 4th inning. 3-2 from Rayburn. Runners go. Knight swings and pops it up down the left field line, moving over his keep, and he runs out of room. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bradley Knight just sacrificed fly to center his last time up to score Jake Holcroft. The league leader in on-base percentage by a ton. 547. 3-2. And Knight swings and pops one up there. Center field. 3 GreyWolves converging. They're all looking around, and it drops. 1 run in. Another comes home. Holcroft scores behind him. Bradley Knight picks up the bloop single and 3 RBIs, and it's 17-0 West Linn. Everybody was moving with the 3-2 count. And the Knights a run away from tying their all-time best of 18 runs in a game. $17 for West Linn. Nothing for Gresham. Opening offering to the ready, Stevens. Catches the corner. Count it, 0-1. Oh, 1 on its way. And Stevens pops one up down the right field line and foul. Counted 0-2. Stevens with a double, a home run, and a ground out to short. Bradley Knight leads at second. 5 runs here in the 4th for this Knights team. They lead it 17-0. 0-2. And Stevens swings and drives one into center field. On his way back is Manning. He stops right in front of the track and reaches up and makes the catch. 9 batters, 5 runs, 17-0. The Knights all over the GreyWolves here through 4 at Bob Brock. For the Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Aventis Health. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5 here at Bob Brock. Colton Meyer, the new pitcher on the mound for the West Linn Knights, and he'll be facing Sage Keep. Meyer in 3 outings has pitched 5 1/3, given up 1 earned run on 4 hits, and struck out 4. Ready, Keep stands in, opening offering, and he checks his swing and fouls it back to the screen. 1 in the first, 7 in the second, 4 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. Add those up, you get 17. That's the lead for the Knights. 0-1 to keep, and he taps another one back to the screen. Well, our trivia: which pitcher holds the record for the most consecutive opening day starts with the same team? It's a tough one. Nobody in the booth got it. Top 5, nobody out. The 0-2. Keep takes strike 3 on the outer edge. He is gone. Second strikeout Sage Keep is taken, and first of the ball game for Meyer. As up comes the lefty Baxter Halligan. Again, our trivia: which pitcher holds the record for the most consecutive opening day starts with the same team? Halligan stands in. He walked back in the third. Top 5. And the opening offering. Up and away. Count at 1 ball and no strikes. One out. Halligan slaps one back to the screen. The count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top 5 here at Bob Rock. Halligan looks on towards Colton Meyer, who sits, and the 1-1. Up and in. Well, joining us in the booth, our great director, producer, Rory Newenhouse, making his debut.
I'm glad to be here. The score's a little off right now.
A little bit.
I think it says 1-7. Is that 17 for the Knights?
I'm not a math guy, but I think so.
Oh my gosh.
Not good. 3 balls and 1 strike to Halligan. So you drop a ball earlier. You want to explain that to the audience?
So, all right, there's a backstory, okay? I had the AirPods, which are yours, which we used for Andy Armstrong for the mic'd up portion of the third. I had them in my left hand, and I had about 2 seconds to think about, what should I do? Should I catch this ball or save the AirPods? I chose save the AirPods. Immediately after, Alan Miller says, "You didn't make the Mazatlan roster."
Ooh.
That was my tryout right there. So I saved your AirPods though.
Thank you. Here's a 3-2. Halligan back to the screen. I appreciate it. Honestly though, Mazatlan, I feel like if you had known Mazatlan was on the line,
I probably would have tossed your AirPods into the field and made a two-handed grab. I tried to make a one-handed grab to save your AirPods and catch the ball, but
yeah, it's tough. So 17-0, top 5 here, Bob Rock. Now, Rory, why don't you explain to the people as Halligan takes a walk what you do for the Pickles?
What do? I just try to pitch in and be where I'm needed, and try to stay positive and motivate people to work the best they can, and I love being around baseball. That's why I'm here. So that's the main reason why I'm here. It's the baseball. Summertime, it's warm out.
And this is your second time with the Pickles, correct?
Yeah. I was an intern last year. Had a great experience. And so I'm back for round 2.
Now, Rory, if you had to take 3 interns with you into a escape room,
here we go.
Who are you taking?
I think Ian, who will be shortly joining us.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Her versatility.
Yeah.
Anything you throw at her, she can figure it out. So I think her versatility is basically a Swiss Army knife.
Yes, 100% agree.
For the Pickles. I got to go with her. Next, probably Ron the K-Man. You got to have some fun. If we have a secret room or whatever, what's it called again?
Escape room.
Escape room. I mean, Ron the K-Man, he has stories for days. Jokes. He'd be cracking us up. And then, lastly, I think, what am I missing? Man, I'm thinking Parker, but, I just sometimes. Oh, interns?
Yeah, but that's all right. You already got Ron on your team. You might as well.
Yeah, you got Ron. Who else do you need?
Well, you need one more.
I know. I need one more. Oh man. Maybe you.
Me?
Maybe
You don't
yeah.
want me.
We don't want you.
No.
Why not?
I
don't-
just puzzles. Not my thing.
Probably Colleen. I think not an intern, but I think we need Colleen. We need to have her in the escape room.
Ball gets away. Halligan goes to second. I think when things need to get done, Colleen gets.
Oh
them
my
done.
gosh, she's always there.
So Isaac Loving's in the box. We talked also about top 3 snacks. Do you want to give us your top 3
Ballpark snacks?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier.
Okay.
You probably got to go. Everyone goes with hot dog.
True.
I think you can get that other places.
Lovings taps one up the middle. Stevens scoops it up to first in plenty of time. Oh no, dropped by Lightcap. Excuse me. Coming home is Halligan, and the GreyWolves have broken the goose
Get on the
egg.
board. Yeah, Wolves. Woo!
So you're a Wolves fan?
I'm not a Wolves fan, but I mean, how can you not root for them right now?
That's very true. Very true. All right, so give us the snacks.
Oh yeah. So I think you gotta have a little bit of each different types of taste. So you gotta go red rope.
Yeah.
You gotta get a drink. So the Wild Wild West League, I don't have beer here, but I'm thinking for a drink.
It's tough.
Maybe a Dr. Pepper. I think Parker's got some of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for the hearty part of the meal, Andy was good with Cracker Jacks, but maybe a pretzel with some cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a good call.
Yeah.
So it stands. Gary, who is it? Nick Cooper, excuse me. For Dominic Enbody, the righty with Lovings aboard. And he swings and misses, and there's 2 gone. So those 3.
Yeah.
Is it if you I'm just trying to think the pretzel with the cheese.
Yeah.
Is it just melted cheese, like the cheese that comes out of the
soft serve cheese? Yeah, soft cheese. It's
Okay,
hot. It's hot
okay.
cheese or what?
no brats on the list?
You know, brats would be a great pick. Wow.
So roller down the left field line. Hakkinen has extra bases. On his way to third is Lovings. He holds up there. It's a double for Trace, and there's 2 in scoring position with 2 out for Grant Heiser. Thanks to Gary Walker for keeping us on top of things as we talk about food. So brats.
Yeah, brats. Well, there are these Johnsonville brats
Uh-huh.
that have the cheese in the middle.
Okay. Oh.
So that would be a good pick.
Okay.
So when you bite in, it's you got some oozing cheese coming out there. It's pretty good.
Sounds good. Now I know in the late game today we have our Jackson Thomas, who you didn't pick for your team, but we won't say anything about that. Jackson is he's going to be coaching with Coach Nick Fleck, who does camps, who we both know.
Oh, I know Fleck very well.
How you feeling about Jackson?
I don't know about Jackson. Where's he going to be? Is he going to be
He's in the
first base?
dugout.
Is he going to be first base coach?
I mean, they only have 2 coaches, so yeah, he's got to be
It's
one.
Fleck and him.
It's Fleck and him.
I don't know. I don't think he has any experience at all, but
He has baseball playing experience.
he has baseball playing experience, and he is a statistician.
That is
so,
very true. He brings us great stats.
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he can give any advice to the Gurks at first when they're leading off, but we'll see. I'm excited to see what's going to happen, honestly.
I mean, they say baseball is becoming a league of analytics. A 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that does it for the top of the 5th. GreyWolves get a run. It's 17-1. So maybe Jackson will have some opportunity being an analytics guy coaching a team.
Hey, let's see. Let's watch.
Well, we'll see. All right. So Kevin Blair on the mound. James Anderson already steps into the batter's box. Carlo Jimenez alongside Rory Neuenhouse.
Wow, you got my name right.
I get it right every time. Come on now. Opening offering to Anderson. Strike, lone outside. Now, Rory, I think it's important to explain to our viewers what we have kind of gone through up here in the evolution of our stream, even to this morning.
Yeah.
So if you could take it all the way back and kind of, we start talking about a stream, and then what our first thing was, what our second thing was, and where we are today.
Yeah, so our stream has evolved very much over the past 3 weeks. We're all learning up here in the booth, except for our expert, Gary Walker. He always keeps us in line. But yeah, we've used various different systems. And yeah, we made a switch today with OBS, and hopefully the picture at home, everybody watching, is a little bit clearer.
So what was the first plan? Like when we had our first game, how did it look for the stream? What was our maybe explain our Wi-Fi and then what?
Oh yeah, our Wi-Fi. So at North Marion, the press box at the baseball field at Bob Rock does not have internet. So we were running off a hotspot, which I don't know if any of you guys have ever used a hotspot. Not the best source of internet ever.
Struggles.
Yeah, we had some struggles. And then we used a point-to-point internet system that's streaming from the school, and that works pretty well. Foul down the right field line.
There you go. Count to 3 and 2.
But yeah, we've had a lot of struggles, but I think our crew up here, Kat, Carlo, John, Ian, Parker, Gary, we've just stuck with it and tried to make the best broadcast we can with the resources we have. And Ice has been one of our best friends.
Yes.
Ice has kept us going.
Yep.
And so, we want to just do the best we can for you guys.
Yeah, and as Anderson takes a walk, I think at one day when we were up here before, we came away thinking we're going to do 4 iPhones to pull off the stream on an NDI. And now we have 3 cameras, and we have strong Wi-Fi, and OBS is working beautifully. And we switched encoders this morning because we felt like we should try it.
We can try anything in the Wild Wild West League.
Nothing into to Jake Lightgeb, the righty, whose brother Brandon Lightgeb will be playing tonight. So 1 on, nobody out, 17-1. Westland leads, and a ball in the dirt from Kevin Blair.
Nice block by Isaac Lovings.
Lovings is good behind the mound.
Yeah,
he's been tested a lot by a lot of guys who are just matured more. I think that's the biggest difference between this Knights team and the GreyWolves and the Gherkins is you get a Knights team that are guys that have pretty much filled out. They're hitting the weight room every day at big D1 athlete schools, and they're peak athleticism. Yeah,
their uniforms kind of tattered and old, but man, those guys can play. We got a guy from Oregon stepping in on the box right here.
Yeah, Decker Stedman, the lefty, who is singled, doubled. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's scored all 3 times he's come to the plate. And we talked to Andy Armstrong about maybe we see a 20 ball this summer. Is this the day?
I don't know. You probably have to ask Parker Huffman about that. He made an interesting bet this morning with
friendly wager.
Friendly wager. That's a better term. He picked the under on 15.5. I think he's trying to adjust that line with Moot at the moment.
Well, there is still time
for
this GreyWolves team to move that line. 1-1. Upstairs. Yeah, 2 balls and a strike to Stedman.
I just got some info. He
Go
said
ahead.
he's moved it to 19.5.
Okay.
He's got the over.
Oh. 2 more. 2-1. Inside. Count 3 balls and a strike. I think I would I would take that. I mean,
You
you got
take it?
Stedman, who's scored 3 times. Washburn is next. He's scored 3 times. Lead has scored twice. Holcroft has scored 3 times. Armstrong twice. He's swinging a pop-up down left field line foul. Again, his Knights seem to put 18 runs on the board one game. Thankfully, it's not super hot like it was last Saturday when we were sitting here and it was 110.
Man, that was warm.
And
Warm one.
It's not too bad. Payoff pitch upstairs and 2 aboard.
Yeah, here we go. We got runners at first and second.
You want to give us a little play-by-play on Jack Washburn's at bat?
Sure thing.
Let's do it.
Wearing the American flag mask. Steps in. Taps the plate once. And the opening offering. Ball outside.
And Washburn kind of wears his pants at an awkward length. It's like right above the calf, but not above the knee. Very interesting.
Yeah, some of these Knights unis kind of I think they've outgrown them a little bit. Especially James Anderson at second. Not sure what's going on with his socks. He's kind of in the middle there where he doesn't know if he wants to hike them up or go long. I don't know what's going on, but he's still crushing. So it really doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, wait till we get Chad Stevens' pants cut off right below the calf. They didn't have enough pants for Chad.
He is a tall guy, tall shortstop.
And he's got a home run and a double today.
Yeah, that thing just kept flying out to center.
He caught the wind.
Yes, he did. But, you know, if these Knights keep playing the way they are.
Lovings, look out, almost runs into Hakkinen, and he makes the catch.
Nice play.
Down goes Washburn for the first time today.
But yeah, if these Knights keep playing well, maybe they'll set a trend. You know, maybe this will be the trend that people will start wearing capri pants.
I mean, me and Parker Huffman kind of talked about when Willie Weiss was showing his knees. It's like, hey, you play well. Don't knock you. How can you get knocked?
Yeah, I think maybe other people need to change.
There you go.
Switch it up.
So in stands Ben Lead, and he takes a strike on the outer edge. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom 5. Knights in jeopardy of not scoring a run for the first time all ball game.
I don't think they're in jeopardy here.
There's 0-2. They're going to strike away.
Strike away.
Don't speak too fast. So this game will most likely go to 7 unless
I think so.
GreyWolves are able to put 7 on the board. Seen them put 8 on the board in an inning.
They did against the Gherkins.
Yeah. 0-2. Another foul towards Brook Knight.
I haven't seen Brook Knight make a play. What is going on down there? Does he needs a glove?
No, we got to get him one. He's former catcher, so
yeah, but they go by him, but he doesn't move that much.
So bottom 5, 2 outs, and an 0-2 count to Lead. You sending the runners here, Roy?
For sure. I mean,
Lead skies one. A second-story pop-up to right center, and Halligan makes the catch. That does it for the 5th. The Knights don't score for the first time this afternoon in an inning. They still lead 17-1 after 5. Here on the Wild Wild West League stream, brought to you by Adventist Health. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 6 here at Bob Brock, Carlo Jimenez, Ian Lee, and Parker Huffman. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to be up here with you guys.
There we go.
We're all good?
All good.
So Parker, you're not on some vocal licorice, are ya?
Oh, I'm back on it. Yeah, we got the Vocal Zone tablets going. I had one last time. It helped me out, so figured I might as well use all the tools at my disposal.
There's a swing and a slow roller up the
Hop,
middle,
Payson.
charging Armstrong. And there's the first single of the summer for Payson Manning.
Good boy.
Up. Let's go.
Happy for Payson, man. It's been a long go for him. Laura down in the stands. Gets to see her son get a base hit. There you go.
Tough play by our interview Armstrong. You guys got to cheer for the guy who puts on a mic, but good for Payson. Josh Benson is in for Tanner Jacques. So, Ian, I know you wanted to talk about some professional baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, happening in China, is that correct?
No, it's actually in Taiwan, is where I'm from. It is called the Chinese Professional Baseball League.
Oh, but it's in Taiwan.
But it is in
Okay.
Taiwan, yes, that's
Gotcha.
correct.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we actually played the first ever baseball game in 2020. Because COVID, obviously anywhere else it's kind of a mess, and this is a global pandemic, but we got things under control, and we were able to play the first baseball game in the world, so
That's awesome.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite team in the league?
I think my favorite is the Fubon Guardians.
Okay.
They play in Taipei, which is where I'm from. So yeah, they have a couple I believe MLB prospects in there. So
wow.
yeah.
And we were talking off the air. You said the Guardians are kind of like the Knights of the league. Is that right?
I would say so, yes. But the Monkeys are actually right behind them, and they're jumping up. So yeah.
That's sweet.
But
Is there any rule differences between the MLB?
no, I think the rules, like in terms of the games and the rules, is all the same. But one difference I would say is that whenever a pitcher hit the batter, they would actually apologize and they would lift their cap.
Oh, okay.
You don't see that too much here.
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed, the first difference. And then we have a lot of international players, actually. Some retired big league players there, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Have you been out to a game?
Oh, yeah. It was very different from here, I would say. That's the thing. I think the ballpark experience is very different. But the most recent game I've been is actually not a CPBL game. It's the Summer Universiade. So it's the Olympics for college students.
Okay.
We hosted it back in, I believe, 2017. So yeah, I went to one of those games, and it was because it's kind of like the Olympics, so it's very high standard. It's different from the CPBL, so yeah.
So the game experience of the CPPL, is there more like entertainment in between innings, or how does that?
So we will have obviously cheerleaders, dancing, and because we're it's heavy branding, so sometimes they would have some products on them, So if let's say Samsung or Apple is the sponsor, they would dance with the phones and stuff like that. And then we would have big drums, like bass drums, behind the home plate, and whenever the home team is batting, we would beat the drums really loud. So yeah, I don't know if you guys do that here. Do you guys do that here?
No, I don't think that's much of a thing here, but I've certainly noticed
maybe some
that.
teams got to implement that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think there's a lot of things that especially as this whole pandemic has gone on, and we've got to see more, KBO and other leagues over here in the States, kind of see how they do things. I think there's a lot of things we can pull from that.
So there's a L5-3 double play. We'll take a break here midway through 6. 17-1. Westland leads the GreyWolves.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom 6 here at Bob Brock, Parker Huffman, Carlo Jimenez, Ian Lee. Ian, your sister's coming.
Yeah.
To the later game, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Her and her husband will be here for the night game.
Holcroft lines one into right, and on a line, Halligan makes a catch. Their first time out to Aurora, Oregon. So, earlier we were talking about the there's a broadcaster filling in for John Sterling for the Yankees, and he goes by the name of Ricky Ricardo. Now, Ricky's the Spanish broadcaster.
Does he love Lucy? Or?
We're getting to that. We're getting to that. Now, Ricky Ricardo is not his actual name. It's an alias. So me and Parker were talking, and Ian, and we were thinking, if we had to choose an alias. Because now's the time, before we all get famous for this stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, that's true.
What is your alias going to be? Parker, I know we talked about this like at 10, so you've had a lot of time.
I've had more time than I needed, but to be honest with you, it kind of slipped my mind. So, I mean, first off, you got to go with the classic first name, I think. You think of any classic broadcaster, you got Dave's. You got Vince's. So I was thinking Dale.
Okay. Dale.
And then last name, you got to go with some sort of, alliteration, rhyming.
Uh-huh.
And then it dawned on me. I think I'm going as Dale Dinger.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Dale Dinger.
Dinger.
Either that or Neil Not Young.
Neil Not Young.
Yeah.
Okay, we just popped this on you, so
yeah.
I can go if you want. If you have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What about you, Carlo?
I actually have not thought about this at all, so we're gonna make it up right now.
Okay.
If I had to think of an alias, I want something. You mentioned the short names, right? There's a lot of broadcasters short first names. As there's strike 3 to Andy Armstrong, and I continue to stall with nothing on my mind. It's tough. We're at Bob Brock Stadium. Maybe Bob?
Okay.
Bob's not bad.
Sure.
Bob's a good name. Now I gotta go with my alliteration. But my real name is Robert, so it could be go by Robert if my name's Bob.
Correct.
He's Bradley Knight, ground out to second. Maybe Bob Johnson.
Okay,
yeah, there you go.
Really,
yeah.
Wow, I wasn't ready for that. That was original. Good work.
We'll keep it here real quick. Ian.
All right.
His name.
So, when I first started learning English, I have an English name.
Okay.
Which is Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be my first name.
So you had a head
Claudia.
start.
Yeah. And I don't know where's the good last name material. Let's do with
Sean Weeze is on the mound.
all right.
If you want.
That's that.
Claudia
So-
Weiss.
Weeze?
Claudia
Claudia
Weiss.
Weeze?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do that.
It.
All right.
Sweet. We'll take a quick break and come back. Top 7 coming up, also known as the 9th. It's 17-1. Nice lead. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top 7. I'm Bob Johnson with you, alongside Dale Dinger and Claudia Weeze.
Oh, I like the sound of those.
Thanks for joining us, guys. So it's 17-1, top 7.
Yeah.
As in stands Sage Keith. Parker, do you have we're about closing in on the last weekend before our final week.
Yeah.
A favorite memory so far?
Wow. There's been a lot of fun moments here. I think I'd take it all the way back to the first game, seeing Christian Cooney go yard in his first game in a Pickles uniform. That was a lot of fun to see. You know, he's obviously had a lot of hype. Player of the year, I believe, coming out of high school in Central Catholic. So that was really cool to see him go yard his first game.
All right, Ian, same question. Or
I
sorry,
think
Claudia.
I think just in general, you know, the first game, the first pitch, there's finally baseball in front of our eyes, and
Yeah.
you know, we make it happen within a short amount of time. So, yeah, just overall, I think that first pitch in front of my very eyes just.
That's a great answer. I
It's a
think
good time.
if I had to pick a close second, it'd probably be that last play where we had the double play
Oh,
when
yeah.
the Pickles beat the Knights.
Oh
That
my
was-
gosh.
That was a lot of fun as
Mhm.
well.
That was good. It was a 9-3-1 double play.
Yeah, not your typical one.
No, but he got it done.
That's right.
So keeping a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Top 7.
What about you, Carlo? You got a favorite memory so far?
That's a tough one. A lot of them. I got a lot of them. A favorite? It's probably got to be earlier in the week. We had a really good stream where we had Christian Cooney on, and everything seemed to go well. And for the first time, I think, all summer, we as a team felt like we actually did something without any hiccups,
Sure.
Mhm.
and that felt good.
Yeah, shout out to the stream team, man.
Yeah, stream team's getting it done.
Yes, it's been.
Keep with the solo roller. Steven stumbles, but it doesn't
Wow.
matter.
Oh, still got it. Wow.
Yeah, the stream team's been working tirelessly this whole time, trying to provide the best broadcast to the fans that we got watching at home, and it's certainly been really cool to see some of the things you guys have pulled off. The in-game interviews, you know, that is not an easy thing to figure out, and they've worked great,
Mhm.
and been really cool to kind of get to know some of the players on a deeper level. So, shout out to the stream team.
And you guys too. You guys both work really hard. Parker,
Sure.
you do a lot of stuff with the ticketing, and you do a lot of merch sales.
Oh.
You set up Shopify all by yourself, which is huge, which is pretty much what we run the whole merch off now, and you do music. And today you were doing the scoreboard and keeping up with the ball game.
Yeah, I try to learn something new every day. So, yeah.
No wonder Rory put you on his team. That is versatile. I just sit up here and talk to myself, and sometimes people listen. Top 7, 1 gone, 0-2 to Baxter Halligan, 17-1 Knights. So Parker, it looks like your 19's not happening.
Oh, it's happening.
Actually, the Knights will come up again. So
Look at that.
Baxter Halligan ropes one into the gap into right center.
Baxter heard you. He said this baby's not over.
But you picked over on the Knights getting.
No, total.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Overall.
That's me.
No, I just need 20 runs in the game, and I will only be in the whole $5 to Ryan Merritt as opposed to 15. So we'll
There
see
you
how
go.
it goes.
So in stands Isaac Lovings, who Parker Huffman would love to hit a home run.
Yeah, another guy I am happy to see in the batter's box right now.
Or in your in-house calling the yard card. And Lovings looks at a ball away. Down at 1-0. Tonight we have another good one. We asked Rory about this, but Ian and Parker, do you think Jackson Thomas has got what it takes to be an assistant coach for tonight's ball game?
I believe in Jackson. You
Okay.
know, he's obviously done a lot for us analytic-wise, so he's got an in-depth knowledge of the game, and obviously has the stats in front of him, and we'll have an opportunity to look at that and maybe strategize a little bit off of those stats. He's really got just about all of them, all the advanced stats going on. So, and then Nick Fleck is just a total baseball guy. He's got some coaching experience already. Coached at high school and even the college level, I believe. Was our manager actually down in Mazatlan this October? So
There you go.
I got faith in those guys. I think they'll do well, and it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Jackson, earlier he said he's not nervous at all.
Really?
And
He
so,
said that. He said he's not nervous
yeah,
at
I
all?
think
Wow.
I think he came up here and he said, I'm not nervous. So I think the mental stability is a big part of the game.
True,
Sure.
true.
So yeah, I think he'll do well. We'll see.
We'll see. Do you think he'll pull any interesting moves? I mean, those analytic guys, you never know. You never
True.
know. Dalton Chandler, we might see behind the plate. I don't know.
Yeah, you really don't know.
You really don't know.
I would expect them to come out a little bit more conservative to start the game. But as the game goes along, I think they'll do whatever they need to do to try to keep their guys in the game and get a win.
Lovings, Stevens dives to his left and he can't get to it. It bounces into left field. On his way home is Baxter Halligan. And a runner at first as up comes. Looks like
Number 1.
it's not Dominic Enbody. It's a new hitter, Nick Cooper.
Coop.
Oh, Parker, how you feeling?
One more, baby. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good right now.
It'll be interesting. Sean Wee still on the mound. Opening offering. Strike at the knees. The count at 0-1. Double play ball ends the game. Base hit keeps it rolling. Have you been able to at the soundboard able to grab a baseball and get a popsicle?
Not yet. I know me and Daniel have been waiting for it to come our way, but never did. So, but we're confident we'll get one by the end of the season. I have my glove ready.
Yeah, we're close.
I just got a notification.
Oh,
Yusuf Nurkic with the retweet for the Pickles last night. We had the sign behind home on the broadcast
big
saying
move.
Wow.
welcome back, Nurk. So that's pretty cool to see some support from him.
Ian, you helped make that sign. Is that correct?
Yeah.
There you go.
All the signs. I fill in the colors. I feel like I'm back to primary school.
Just another tool. Fall downstairs. You can't want to know. Was that Jackson's Thomas sign? I know he had the free Joe. Who had the welcome back Nurch?
I don't know who that was.
I don't know.
Oh,
Whoever it was
good idea.
good idea.
Maybe Kelsey? I don't know. 1-0. We have to get all the interns on the broadcast, hopefully.
For sure.
Got John Sanderland sitting right here, looking at his phone,
The GOAT.
avoiding the broadcast. Doesn't want to come on. 1 run in, 17-2. Parker Huffman needs a run.
On Trace.
Hopkinen at the plate. And the 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball, right center field. This one's going to stay in. Stedman has the final out of the ball game. Well, that does it here at Bob Brock. The Knights get the win. They're 9-1. They put up 17 on the board, and they defeat the GreyWolves 17-2. For Carlo Jimenez.
Dale Dinger.
Claudia Weisman.
Signing off here at Bob Brock. We'll see you at 7.